Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. TGIF, it is Big Bow Friday. If you do not see a red box above my head, that just means you're catching the replay, y'all. So come on in. It is Big Bow Friday. We're gonna have some fun. Got a cute project for you. I had to think it out in my head just a tad. So whenever you get here, say hello. The keyword today is bow, B-O-W. Let's get this party started. We're going to continue with our Halloween decor because I've got a lot of it to make, y'all. So there's a pinned comment below. What that means is you're just going to click on it. It's going to tell you what to do, which is comment bow, and make sure that you join our broadcast channel. That's down in the pinned comment. So let's get started. I just notified the broadcast channel so they know where to find us, y'all. So I started off by painting a 16-inch round. Let me scoot back just a little bit more. I painted it with black velvet paste. So let me get paper towel because I think I did go over some of the edge here. Bear with me. So I just took a sponge brush like this, and then I painted it with this black velvet. And it really, I only did one coat. So it comes wood looking. It is 16 inches, and I painted it black. So now what we're gonna do is I grabbed our 6-inch circle, and we're gonna paint it orange. Hello, everybody. It's Big Bow Friday, y'all. Let me grab another sponge brush. Hold on. Y'all are gonna laugh at me. I'm pretty sure these are sponge brushes. I bought these a long time ago. No idea that the package was this big because I did not read the description on Amazon. Imagine that. So, let me see if I can get this open. Perfect. Got one. So I don't even know. There's probably like, oh, it's a 100 pack. Woohoo. So I'm good. Good for a while. Hey, friends. Hello, hello. Y'all, it's Big Bow Friday. So put hashtag Big Bow Friday in the comments. Let's see if we can paint this. I don't know how this is going to turn out. We're going to paint this orange, and this shape I have right here, it is 6 inches. You can find it on my website. All you have to do is comment bow, and I will send you a message, and that message will have all of the products that we're using in like a cart so that you can just shop and you could remove whatever you may already have. It's pretty easy. And the cool thing about this shape is if you wanted to reuse it, you could, because this is our boutique surface. Okay? All right, so how am I gonna get this little piece here? Hold on. Without making a mess. Where are you? All right, I'm gonna take my little detail tool and I'm gonna hold it right there. And I'm going to brush this little section. Probably you're gonna need 2 coats on this. So what I'm gonna do is dry it, and then we'll apply another coat. Hello everybody, TGIF. Sprinkle the video for us. Make sure you're following our page. Hit the heart button for us and comment bow. Big Bow Friday. And I actually got my order in for our new, what are these? Adhesive rhinestones. So we might use the gray ones. I know we have colored ones. And we also have pearls. So these are in the supply list. Whenever you comment bow. I want to make sure I get this nice and dry before we add another layer. good, Cheryl. So glad. Hi, Ruth. I hope your Friday is well. If you're watching the replay, it might not be Friday. Yeah, I'm going to see. We might use the rhinestones. I haven't decided. Okay, remember that paper towel I had? Let me just go over that edge. Okay, let's go in with another coat of this. Just so that it is nice and, I don't know, solid. And I want to make sure that it's not too thick on here because I am going to use surface wax on this because this is where we're going to apply our transfer on this little circle. So we'll see. Love the owl. Y'all see the owl? That is coming soon, y'all. If you know what Mini Sale Monday is, stay tuned this Monday, this coming Monday. We are doing our fall cutouts for Mini Sale Monday. And that I painted this morning. I think it's pretty cute. Okay, so there's a little bit right here. Let me go over my white dot. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good with the orange. Bye, Deb. Good luck at your appointment. Okay, let me show you the owl. This will be available Mini Sale Monday, 8 p.m. Central. Look how stinking cute. Isn't that cute? I think it's pretty darn cute. Say so myself. I don't know where Zach's hiding. Hello, hello. I think he's helping the boys with some video game or something. Thank you. All right, let's get this dry. Got a couple things to do for this project. Let me grab my surface wax. We're definitely going to need that. Hi, Linda. And a wax applicator. So we're going to use 2 transfers today for Big Bow Friday. Hi, Linda. Linda, your granddaughter's crazy for owls. Yeah. I know, Michelle. You spy the craft box. It's up there. We have that coming up this week. All right, I think we're good. You always want to make sure on with any surface, but specifically our reusable surfaces, if you decide to paint them, that they are 100% dry before you apply your wax, because you don't want to smear it whenever you're applying it. I've done that because I was impatient. Imagine that. All right, let me just get these edges. Grab our surface wax. Thanks, Cheryl. All right, so this is our surface wax. It's awesome. It's clear and there's no smell. All right, so I really want to make sure that this is waxed a lot because I don't want that sticky transfer pulling up the paste that I painted with. Hi, Dana. I hope you're feeling better. You're like down for the count. I know, Michelle, isn't it cute? This much transfer is very, very good. All right, so I think I'm good here. Looks good, looks good. Buff it out. Make sure that Every bit of this is covered. I'm a nervous Nelly when it comes to this. No, the carriage is part of our subscription box. Hi, Betty. Okay, so let me tell you what we're doing. Remember this guy? Remember when we did this? This is our Halloween porch cleaner. This transfer is back, y'all, and it is 75% off for Perks members. But you have to be a Perks member in order to shop the special section at that discount. We're going to use that. I know, Dana, that's a long time. Okay, so I grabbed, anytime we have a porch cleaner, I always get two. So I have one that I always just cut down the center to do true porch cleaner style. But then I also get a second one because what I like to do is cut it up in sections. So I grabbed a second one and I just cut it up into little sections like this. Okay, so you can do that. That'd be great for a door hanger. We're not using that one today. So just know, I mean, the transfer is really cheap right now, so go grab two. Okay, so we're going to put this on our round. And I'm actually going to put it in, let me find something. I'm going to use Shimmer Shadow, so it's our Shimmer Black. Okay, so I'm going to give it a stir. I don't typically use this color a whole lot, so I want to make sure that those shimmers are nice and stirred up and not sitting on the bottom or the top of my jar. Okay, then I'm just going to put this little haunted house on there. I am going to fuzz this, so let me grab my fuzzing cloth. This is applying lint to the back so that it doesn't stick as well as it would if you didn't fuzz it, okay? Hi, Dixie. Nadine, my boys are 11. They're twins. They're very busy. They're out of school today. It was like teacher work day or something. So they're enjoying a 3-day weekend. Jackson asked me yesterday, he's like, Mom, do you get a 3-day weekend too? Like, son, Mom is always working. So, there's that. Okay, so I'm going to put this house right here on this round to start. So, what I'm going to do, because it's kind of hard to see, like, the shape of the round, I'm just going to lay it down, and then I'm going to hold it up and create, like, a shadow behind it, so that I can see where it's placed. I don't even know if I moved it. Hi, Lena. All right, I think that's gonna work because we have the fence. All right, so I'm gonna grab a, what am I gonna grab? I'm gonna grab a mini squeegee. Grab a couple. Here's our Shimmer Shadow. We'll see how this turns out. You could use any color you want, folks. These are just the colors that I decided to use today. But it is Big Bow Friday. And we're gonna attempt to make a big bow. Every bow I make is an attempt. I am not a professional. Okay, so I'm picking up my excess as I go over this so that I could use it on a different section without having to go back into my jar to get more. Because you don't want to leave your excess on the transfer. It will create occasionally like lines. All right, I think we've got it. Put that back into the jar because, again, you don't want to waste your paste. And let's peel this up. Oh, yeah. Y'all, look at this. cool? So simple. Just a 6-inch round with our little house. And it does have a shimmer. Oh, you can see it. I see it. Y'all see the shimmer. Pretty cool, right? I thought about adding a bat. Maybe at the top. No, I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, so now what we need to do is clean this. So I can just put it back where it belongs. And we can move on. Hi, Cheryl. All right, because this is a shimmer, I'm going to grab a wipe and I'm going to wipe it off. Holly says, using shimmer today. I know. Again today. Yes. Changing it up, girl. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to take my sprayer and spray it again. And then I'm just going to grab a board eraser. Hi, Sally. Thanks, Mary. And this is going to get the rest of it off. Then we're going to flip it over, but I'm not going to use a wipe on the back side. And I'm just going to use the board eraser only. Oh, that noise is terrible. Okay, paper towel. Get off the water. Thanks, Elaine. Is this the transfer one of the, yes, this one I'm using, yes. It's the big porch cleaner one. And Perks members can get it for 75% off. Okay, so we wiped off all the water. Good, good. We're going to lay this back over here, and now I'm going to lay it sticky side facing up and take my backer sheet. This is an older one, so it's got a shiny side and like a dull side. I'm going to line up the corners, line up the edges. And now, this is all clean, ready to be used again. Okay? You want to make sure that it's flat before you store it away. Okay? All right, so as I said, my porch cleaner has been cut up. All right? It went from very, very large to pieces. It's much easier to work with the pieces whenever it's cut up. Yes, Linda, they do. Bye, Lena. Have a good day. I know, Michelle. Let me dry this before I put something in it and mess it up. Okay, so we're done with the shimmer shadow. We're done with the orange. We're done with the black. Clean up as we go, y'all. And now I just have the white. Still need the wax. Okay. I think that's adorable. Next step. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our round and we're going to wax this because we're going to put a transfer on it. I go through times where I can get my transfer back on the backer sheet. I do too, to be honest. Just depends on the day. I think it may be like luck. So because we painted this, we're going to apply the surface wax all over it so that we're protecting our paste that we painted with on our surface. Because we're going to put another sticky transfer down. And we're going to use bright white all over this. Y'all hear that? My desk is making noise. Okay, so I'm going to go, up just a little bit more. Make sure all of it's covered. I think like so. All right, that part is done. I don't have time for a new desk. Why do we wax over paint? So because we painted, right, we're gonna apply this to this round. These are sticky. So think of it like a sticker applied to, the wall, right? It's painted. Well, when you go to peel that off after you put your paste on, you don't want the paint to get stuck to your transfer. Does that make sense? So this, applying the surface wax, and the second precaution of fuzzing it is going to help prevent that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to peel this off. This one is not on sale. It's Spooky Pattern. This one just actually came out. We're going to grab our fuzzing cloth and we're going to fuzz this because this one has never been used and it is very, very sticky. Okay. Can't we use non-sticky? You could, but this product, the products that I'm using go together. Okay, so there are plastic, stencils out there where you use a pouncer. I'm not using those. These are reusable, so you can use these over and over. As long as you take good care of them, clean them, store them, use our products with them. I never used acrylic paint on these. Don't know how that would work out, but I wouldn't try it if I was you. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, let me slide this over here. Sometimes it's easier to pick up the entire thing and lay it on the fuzzing cloth. But we're gonna use bright white on this. You could get very fancy and do all different colors. You could use Storm for the, what do you call those? Tombstones, white for the ghosts, leaves could be gold, bats, black if you didn't have a black surface. You could get really fancy, but I'm just going to do one color. Okay, and as you can see, I tend to fuzz a lot. It just makes me happy because I don't want this to pull up my paste. Okay, hi Suzanne. Hi Patricia, how are you? All right, I think we're good. Let's hope. Let's hope. All right, now what we're going to do is center this. Sort of, kind of. And we're going to lay this down. There is like a top, what is the word? There's a right way to lay this because you have like RIP right here. I know it's hard to see. RIP is there. So if you did it upside down, the letters would be upside down. So just keep that in mind. Okie dokie. There is a border on this. So you see that like 1/2 inch line right there. Make sure that you do not have that laying on the bottom. Otherwise you're going to have an area that doesn't have the design. Okay, do I want to go that high? Let me bring it down just a tad. Let me press it right here and we're going to hold it up and see if we're centered. Let me bring it up just a tad. Probably brought it up too much, but let's see. Hi, Deborah. Okay. Looks good, right? So ideally, what I want to do, let me tell you. So this is going to be in white. Then we're going to have our little circle. And then we're going to have a bow. Yeah? Tell me yes. Hi, Donna. All right, so now what I'm going to do is make sure that this is pressed down all the way. No air bubbles. Now, because there is a border right here, I'm not going to worry about adding any tape to like help me know, like, don't go over this section. Now, if this was a pattern that fit this entire thing and you were going to cut it off, you would want to lay some type of tape. We have placement tape. I have it in the supply list. That way you'll know, like, okay, I can go over the tape a little bit and know that it's not going to go over that cutoff line that you want. All right, here we go. Thanks, Desi, for the stars. All right, so this is on the low end. But let me see if I can stir it up and get some more. Please hold. All right, I think we're good. So I'm gonna just slap some paste on here, grab my squeegee, and we're just gonna start pressing it through the screen onto our round. I'm gonna be a little cautious towards the top so that I don't go over that border, because sometimes I tend to get a little, what is the word? I go a little fast sometimes. I mean, it really is this easy. Now, if you're at home and you work a little bit slower, perfectly fine. What I would recommend is that you peel it up over here on the side so that you release the paste from the screen. I don't know why I needed to do that, but holy moly. Okay, we're gonna lay it back down. That is super cute. All right, we're gonna grab some more paste, slap it on there, and get to work. Now, like I mentioned, this transfer is not on sale because it is a new release. But if you are a Perks member, you will get 30% off this and any other product on our website. And then, of course, if we have specials like we do right now with other Halloween, you get a heavier discount. So go join Perks. Just comment the word bow, and I'll send you a message with that link. Okay? All right, we're going to peel this up. I'm going to check it as I lift to make sure I don't need to lay it back down because I missed something, okay? Done, son. So cute. All right, let's take care of this. Let's try. So I'm going to spray. I am going to clean this off with just a board eraser, like so. You could take this to your sink. I probably should have, but this is how you would clean a larger transfer if you decide to clean it at your desk, okay? Or whatever workspace you have. Now I'm going to go in. I'm just going to go in with a wipe and take off the rest of that. Most of it. There we go. Okay. Now, grab a paper towel. Thanks, Michelle. Okay, let me just wipe this down. Sometimes I have different ways of cleaning my transfers. So, just watch and learn. Because you never know which cleaning method you're going to get. Okay, now we're going to flip it over and clean the back. Same thing. Spray it. Grab your board eraser. These come in a 2-pack. You're going to need these if you're using our stuff, because it's really going to help remove that paste from the screen so that you can reuse it over and over and over. Hi, Sherry. All right, here we go. So it doesn't take long to clean. Just be patient with yourself. Clean as you go, okay? If you're just hopping on, make sure you hit the heart button. Comment the word bow. So I'm going to turn this to where it's sticky side facing out. Put this over here. Grab my backer sheet while everything falls on the floor over there. And this is a newer transfer. So you have a shiny side that's white and a shinier side that's yellow. So if this method doesn't work for you, you could roll it a little bit like so. Then you're just going to line up the corners, line up the edges, place your fingers there, let it fall, and press it flat. Ta-da! Okay. Now, this is done. Look, and we put all that white on there. Can you believe that? Okay. Let's dry this. I am going to turn on my glue gun. Probably should have already done that, but whatever. Clean up my paste so it doesn't go flying. Put it back in my drawer. Yeah, Michelle, you should try that, girl, on those big transfers that you're going to get and try. Right? Don't need the tape. We're done with the fuzzing cloth. Let's dry this. Oh, let me show you the other way. Look how stinking cute. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm in love with this one. So much you could do with this transfer. Put it on a pillow and use our ink. How fun would that be? Thanks, Christy. Hi, Kathleen. Come on, Michelle, you can do it. All right, let me just dry this just a tad, and then we're going to work on our bow and see what we can come up with. All right. Here goes nothing. I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to grab the ribbon. So let me show you what I have. I have these. Okay. So, do I want to we want a messy bow? Like that? Is that what we want to do? Let's see. What kind of bow do y'all want? Thanks, Pamela. So if we do a messy bow, we could, and then we could add black raffia. Look. Ba-dum-bum-ching. I have a button I can add to it. Okay. All right, let me set those over there so I don't lose them. And then I've got this really thin stuff. So this, and this. Yeah, I think we're good. And then we have the raffia. All right. So if our round is 16 inches, should we do, if we do 8, let me show you how I kind of think about this. So here's our round. If we do 8 inches, we are going to dovetail it, so maybe do 9. That's pretty good size, right? Because then we're going to have our little, this guy right there. 9, 10. Deborah says 10. Deborah, you win. Deborah says 10. All right, so let's do 1, 2. How many strips of each? I'm gonna let y'all tell me what to do today. Okay, so here's one. We know we need at least 2 strips. 4 strips of each? Oh my gosh, will that be huge, Jen? Okay, so here is 1. 2. 3 strips. So originally I was thinking 3. 1, 2. Okay, so we got 4. Okay, so hold on. Let me see what 2 does. Dose. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna probably add some raffia in. 1, 2. So if we scrunch it in the middle just for looks, maybe 3. Oh, that ribbon just fell, y'all. It's a goner. Okay, which one have I not cut? This one. And this one. Should we dovetail the ends? I really like this one because it has that, you'll see that glitter strip, and it's not too much, and it's not thick. It's not thick glitter. You think white ribbon? Ooh, go. I don't know if I have white to add. Oh, I do actually. I see it. Should I add white ribbon? Okay, let me just put the pins in here before they end up on the floor and in the dog's paw. Okay, dovetail, so let's grab them. We're gonna do each one at the same time. So I like to fold mine down and cut up. Add some purple, so I don't know, I thought about that. I really did. All right, fold, cut up, fold, cut up. Okay, and then we've got this one. Straighten them out. Fold, cut up. And then we've got this little bitty stuff. Let me see how well this is gonna work. Or not work. Not too bad. It went flying, y'all. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and just cut some of this up about 10 inches because this raffia is a little different than my crazy raffia that I keep in a bag. This is more controlled. And I do have the link to purchase the raffia in the message whenever you comment the word bow. So go check that out. It's like an assortment of colors. It's like a whole bundle. There we go. I do have some orange, but I don't think it's the right orange. Okay. So what I want to do now is cut these apart. See if I miss some. Okay. Here we go. Let me grab that zip tie. All right, so we're gonna just do these in an X and a straight. Not that one. Let's do this one. So do y'all keep all of your big to the back? I think that is, answer me that. Do y'all keep your bigger ribbon in the back? Typically that's what I do. But today I'm feeling a little different. Let's go this way, and then we'll go this way. We'll go this way. Michelle says yes. I don't really have any purple ribbon, y'all. The only one I have is velvet. Okay. Let me show you. Hold on. I don't know how well it would look, because I don't have purple in any other place. And maybe it's just, I mean, this is Dollar Tree velvet ribbon. So if we were to put some in there, I don't know that you would see it very well. I don't think so. Purple's my favorite color, don't get me wrong. Oh, well, that's nice. Well, there goes that. We'll just add it to the pile on the floor. Okay, next, let me grab a few of these here and there. And then we will put this together. It's very strategic, y'all. And then I'm gonna put it right here. Okay. This is hilarious. All right. Let's see if we can keep this controlled. Like that. Typically I would use twine to put this together, and I think I might need to, because I like to, what is the word I'm looking for? Whenever I pull it tight, I like it a certain way. That's not actually too bad. Ah, y'all, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over. And I'm going to keep it really, really, really tight. And then I'm going to twist. Oh, that's really cute. I am digging this bow, y'all. I like how I did not keep all of the big pieces in the back, which I typically do, as I mentioned. So check it out. Love the black raffia. Super cute. Look. Isn't that precious? Okay. Every shade and season of purple. I know, I don't have a lot of purple. So I'm going to see if I want those to go through the hole. OMG. Or if I want this right below the hole. I think I want it below the hole. Okay, so I'm going to clip this off. Like that. I'm going to put the bow on first before we glue our round. Should we add a button or no? Button? I know it's hard to see. There's a button without. Button yes, button no. All right, let's glue this down. Shedding. Put it right there. Okay, lots of yes buttons. Okay. It's the biggest one I have. Yeah. Okay, there's that. Now, I thought about taking some of these. Hear me out for a second. I just gotta see it. Which heck is this? This is the Adhesive Back Gray and Iridescent Rhinestones. So I wonder if I could take these off if I did not like it. So you got multiple sizes. You have 2 big, 3, 4, and 4. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gently placing them on there. Similar to how I do the dots with the Posca markers. If I should do that around, just randomly. Yes or no? And that would be the only place that would have the bling. Y'all tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Okay. First one I see is no. So back on their sheet they go. You like that? I rhymed. Okay. Whatever y'all say. Do I need to distress the orange piece or leave it as is? Nothing else is distressed. I could put some black soot dioxide stuff. Okay. Let's glue it on. Put that back. Okay. Let me glue this right about here. right there. Press and hold. Ooh, I feel the heat through that, y'all. I love it. This is so cute. What do y'all think? Oh my goodness. I'm in love with this. Thanks, Lena. Y'all love it? I love it. So, y'all, hit the heart button for me. Comment the word bow, because today's Big Bow Friday. I'm in love with this bow. And check your messenger and go shop our specials. All right? Y'all, take care. Thanks for hanging out with me today. We'll see you tonight on Whatnot for our auction. Comment bow at the bottom of that message is a link to join us, okay? See y'all. Bye.